I'm Juliana, your automotive woman, and this week I am test driving the refreshed 2022 Kia Stinger GT limited edition model. So first I'm going to take you for a walk around, have a closer look at that interior, and finish it off with a test drive. But don't forget, connect with me on social media because you don't want to miss any behind the scenes action. And this is where I keep you up to date on all the latest automotive and motorsport news from around the world. 2022 Kia Stinger GT Limited, or for my US viewers, your top trim is referred to as the GT2. Same vehicles with slightly different options. For example, here in Canada, we're only going to receive the all-wheel drive option. That's what I have. You guys will receive standard rear-wheel drive with all-wheel drive as optional. We also both get the all-new Kia emblem, which was just released weeks ago. And then the engine. I have the larger engine with the 3.3 liter, and although this is the same engine as 2021, we all receive an increase of horsepower. So now it's a 3.3 liter twin turbo V6 with an 8-speed automatic transmission. It's now producing 368 horsepower with 376 pound-feet of torque. Modest updates have been made to the front grille, where really the focus is on LED light design style. Likewise, the rear lights have been updated and now go across the rear trunk and wrap around the side. But the most impressive update has been made to the rear diffuser, which is now larger and more aggressive, and they surround the newly expanded quad exhaust tips. But how do these babies sound when in sport mode? Well, here's another fast fact for you about that exhaust. You can go into your Uvo infotainment system and actually change the exhaust note level that it projects. But let's talk more about tech and then design, beginning with the remote starter on your key fob, which is standard in the GT Limited and GT2 trims. This will allow you to preheat or cool your cabin. Then on the top trims, you receive Kia's advanced driver assisted technology, which is both front and rear collision avoidance with pre-emergency braking up front. You have blind spot detection, lane keep assist, and I have the upgraded 360-degree bird's eye view camera, and I'm confident the first time you walk around your Stinger, you'll see all the sensors that it offers. And then in my opinion, Kia offers the best safety technology feature in the industry, and that's video blind spot monitoring. And that's when you go to change lanes, if you're using your turning signals, as you should, a video will be projected in the center screen of your driver cluster, and this helps you to see what's going on around you. I wish this technology was offered in all manufacturer cars moving forward. Technically speaking, you can track your Stinger, especially now that it comes equipped with Brembo brakes. But regardless of trim, you're going to receive these Michelin performance tires, and I had the optional 19-inch wheels, which have also been newly updated and designed for 2022. But I mention this package because if you plan to drive through the winter or fall months, especially here in Canada or somewhere cold where the temperatures drop below 10 degrees Celsius, these tires aren't going to work well for you because they're performance based. So when you're going through the purchasing process, you should think ahead about a winter wheel and tire package. Both Smart Trunk and a Power Lift trunk technology is offered in this Stinger, and your trunk is actually adjustable in height. All you have to do is hold this button right here, wait for the beeps, and it automatically sets for you. And essentially, Smart Trunk technology is when you have the key fob in your pocket or in your purse, you slowly approach the trunk and it will automatically open for you without having to kick underneath. Then one of the competitors to the Stinger is the Genesis G70, and when you compare overall trunk capacity, well, the Stinger has it beat by a lot. If you require more space, well, the seats fold in a 60-40 split. A cargo mesh cover is also offered to hold smaller items in place. There's no additional connectivity, but underneath here, you do receive a temporary spare tire. Surprisingly, the Stinger offers a lot more rear passenger space than I anticipated. And for a vehicle that has a sloped roofline, I thought headspace wasn't going to be this good. And I currently have this seat set up for somebody who is a 5'10", and as you can see, I have more than enough leg space available. Now it's built for 5 individuals, but really only 4 are going to benefit from the added seat comfort. These seats are heated, and to turn that on, it's on top of your door panel. As for storage, it's available behind both front seats on the side, but on the side it's really narrow. It's really good for small bottles of water, snacks, or tablets. And of course, on top of here, you have your 2 traditional cup or bottle holders. Now there's no climate control panel. Instead, you're provided with 2 uniquely designed air vents, and then connectivity is really good. The driver's area of the Stinger is best described in one word: stunning. But to be clear, I have the GT limited edition model, and again, viewers in the US, your top trim is GT2, and you're only offered currently premium leather throughout. So if you like what you see, speak to your dealership about it, because that might have changed in your market, and I don't want to mislead you. But again, top trim, so I'm going to begin up top with this large sunroof, which is fully power operated. The front seats are also power operated, heated, ventilated, in combination with a heated steering wheel. And to turn on the heat or the ventilation, those buttons are down here. This wheel is also power operated, the telescopic portion of it, and this is a feature I haven't seen in a while, so this was a nice added touch. And the wheel in general, it reminds me of the Mercedes-Benz wheel, and that is legitimately my favorite wheel in the industry. But it's easy to use. On your left hand side, you have your radio control functions, your Bluetooth, and your voice commands. I also have the upgraded Harman Kardon stereo system, which is my favorite, and you receive 3 months of complimentary Sirius XM radio. On the right, you have your smart adaptive cruise settings, and I spoke about that a little bit earlier with your blind spot detection, lane keep assist, your video cameras, and again, smart adaptive cruise, so you're able to navigate how close or how far away you want to get to the person in front of you. It's semi-autonomous. Now, the digital driver cluster is a combination of digital and analog. In the center, like I said, is where you have your video blind spot monitoring. To take advantage of that technology, the best technology in the industry, you have to use your turning signals. Then you have the heads-up display. If you're like me and you don't like your heads-up display, well, you can just deactivate it. Another update for 2022 is the UVO infotainment system. It's now expanded. It's a 10.25-inch touchscreen, and it's a swipe through. I find that this particular system is a little bit slow. It's incredibly easy to use. It's functional. It's just slow. But you're going to want to go through the settings button with your Kia specialist, because this is where you're going to be doing a lot of your setup for your complete Stinger. Now again, top trim model, so I have navigation, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, all standard, and I have wireless charging. Connectivity, again, really good up here, and everything. I love how clean it is, and I like the shorter gear selector. That's a favorite of mine. The first time I saw that was actually in the Audi e-tron, so I like that. Makes everything even faster. But best for last, driving modes, and you have several. Comfort, Eco, Smart, Sport with paddle shifters, and Custom. Now that said, let's hit the road so I can provide you with my overall driving impression from this past week. 2022 Kia Stinger GT limited edition model with a 3.3 liter. Oh yes, this week has been so much fun. I mean, where do I start? It looks fantastic, it sounds great, and this interior, man, my US viewers, you have to ask about the suede inserts, and if you can get this option, because it just, It looks so good. Well done, Kia. But if you're currently on the fence between the 3.3 liter engine or the 2.5, I mean, the 2.5 would be fine as a daily driver, but with the 3.3, you can make that transition from road to racetrack if that's something you're interested in. The driving modes help a lot with that too. During my drive to work in the morning, I'm just using comfort because I'm sitting in traffic. There's no need to have the aggressive setup with the suspension because I'm literally just idling. But with sport mode and the paddle shifters, you can do all your own shifting, but if you forget, the Kia transmission shifts for you. And at the same time, these seats actually hug your torso and hold you into place so you don't move around a lot. So that's a lot of fun. And of course, you can always customize your throttle response and your steering mapping. So, I mean, that's all optional for you. The tech in here is fantastic. I said it earlier about the best safety feature in the industry, which is that video blind spot monitoring. This is great. Kia's a part of the Hyundai Genesis family of vehicles. They offer that tech, and I really wish other manufacturers did because it's such a good safety feature. And you know, that said, visibility is fine out the front and sides, but there is a blind spot out that third window. So if you by chance, you know, don't look over your shoulder, and you should, but with this tech, just simply, you have to turn on your turning signal. You can look again or just look down in your cluster, see that it's all clear, and you're fine. Like I said, this is absolutely great tech. I wish it was offered more, and I think big trucks would benefit the most from it. But besides that, my favorite feature, I don't know, like, it looks good. It drives really, really well. I don't know why I wasn't expecting that. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's the ignorant part of me that still thinks, hey, this is a Kia. But I mean, Kia is not the same brand it was, you know, 10, 15 years ago. Now it's, you know, competing against the likes of the Acuras, you know, even the BMWs. Like, this is like cool. Right? This car is cool, and it is in my top 3 of next purchases. This being either the Stinger or the Genesis G70 or a Mini Cooper S because of my go-karting background. But what I like to do in all my videos is recommend a test drive because test drives are complimentary. So I'll provide a link down below so you can find your closest Kia dealership. But for now, I'm Juliana, your automotive woman. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss How To Tuesday or Feature Car Friday. Thanks for watching, guys.